Alright, so this is the Ogive graph, and it compares the cumulative frequency, which is on the y-axis, to the boundaries, which are on the x-axis. So on the y-axis, the cumulative frequency from the frequency distribution chart are the number of cereals that are being compared. And then on the x-axis are the boundaries, which in this case are the calories per serving for each of the different cereals. So first you'd want to label each side accordingly, and also put in the I went by threes just because it fit evenly with this 45 here, which is the highest, which is all the cereals that are being presented. So I went by threes, but you could go by twos or whatever, and just so you have all the way up to 45. And then on the bottom, I just went from, I put each boundary from the frequency distribution chart, and I did a space of 3 between each one, but you could really do any amount as long as it fits on your paper well and whatever. So once you have all the axes set up and everything, and of course labeled it, you want to start by putting the first data point down, which would be 0 at 79.5, because that is the lowest boundary, and there's no data points before that, so there's nothing up to that point that would warrant it to be higher. But once you get to 109.5, now at this point there are a certain amount of cereals that do have that many calories. Well, not this many calories, but they have up to that many calories. So there could be, I don't know exactly what the calories are, but they're anywhere in between this range. Now, once you get to 139.5, now this doesn't mean that there's this many at 139.5. It means that there's only that in this area it looks like 20 of the cereals have up to 139.5 calories, meaning there's at least 20 that do not exceed that. It's not that there's that many, it's that it doesn't exceed that many calories. There's 20 of them that don't. So then it just follows that trend the entire way up until we get to the last one, which is 45. So we know that all 45 of the cereals do not exceed 289.5 calories. So in order to construct this graph, you'd simply need to, of course, label the axes, and then label them to whatever you're comparing, either on the y or x axes, and then put your data points in increasing. If they go up and down, then you've done something wrong. You always want them to be increasing, and once you've gotten them from the distribution chart, it won't be that difficult. You just have to get them from the chart and then put them on here and increase them. So the main thing you want to worry about is making sure that this is the cumulative frequency and not like the frequency or the midpoints, because if you do that, then it's not going to be right. So as long as you do all that, then you should construct your Ogive chart fairly well.